student Melinda.
Hi.
So last week we learned how to play Let It Be and the 4 major chords that ukulele music is made up of. So you've had a weekend.
Yes.
What did you notice? Was hard? What was good?
What was hard was anchoring my thumb. It was not quite in the right place, so it was hard for me to get my fingers around. I also was playing C with my second finger instead of my third finger, which made it a lot harder to get to G, and I just realized that right now while we were warming up. So that will be a lot easier now that I realize that. But yeah, I try to do a walk up the frets like we were talking about, kind of getting there.
Good.
Without looking.
Without looking. That's an extra advanced level when you don't look at it.
Yeah, not there. Not there.
So this week I chose a song that's going to help us to practice walking our fingers across the fretboard. So we're going to go from C clear over to F, and we're just going to rock back and forth.
Cool.
Because the song that we're going to play is You Are My Sunshine, another fabulous song with a message that we all need right now because we want spring to be here and we want happiness and sunshine. So I thought we could probably use that.
Yeah.
So let's go over the major chords again so that we can just review, and then we'll jump into the song, okay?
Yeah.
So we're going to start with C. We're going to use our third finger, and I sometimes with my students, I will put numbers on their fingers so they can remember that this is your first finger, this is your second finger, this is your third finger, this is your fourth finger. So if that is something you want to do, that might be helpful. Okay, so we're going to take our third finger and we're going to place it on the 3rd fret, and we're going to do C. Very nice. So we go from C, which is kind of our anchor. Coming back to C is the easiest thing to do. Come back, it's anchored, it feels secure with your ukulele. Make sure that you're anchored on your arm. Like we talked about, you make a V with your arm and your body, and you place your uke in there, and then you use that arm to anchor your instrument so that this hand can do all the funny and fancy fingering that it needs to do. So we're going to go from C, then we're going to go to G, which if you look at the chords, you can see which fingers are supposed to go where. So we're going to take our first finger, we're going to place it on the fret on the second to the top string. Then we're going to place our second finger on that same string that our C was on, but we're going to place it right behind it. Then we're going to take our third finger and we're going to place it on top so it looks like that. Okay, and that's G.
Yeah.
Nice. G can sometimes be difficult, especially when you're walking across the fretboard. To get back into G, it's difficult because you have to think about where your fingers go. Ultimately, the more you practice, the more muscle memory you're going to get, and the easier that it will become. But again, like I said last week, one thing to do is just go from C to G to A minor to F over and over and over and over again, just to get used to that. So let's go to now from G to A minor. We're going to take our second finger, we're going to place it on the 2nd fret on this top string, and we're going to have A minor. And that has some lovely mellow tones in it, some minor. That's going to give us a little bit of a bluesy chord. That's why it works so well in Let It Be. It's a lovely, lovely note. Then we're going to place our first finger. We're just going to keep anchored where we are with our second finger. We're going to take that first finger, we're going to place it back on the 2nd string, the A string, and we're going to do F. Very good. So we're just going to And just do that over and over again when you begin your practice. Just do that to get your fingers to know where they need to go. And your muscle memory will come, and you're going to get some really nice calluses on your fingers.
Yep.
That's going to show that you play an instrument, and it's pretty cool. So the notes that we're going to use for You Are My Sunshine are C, F, and G. So we're going to start on C, we're going to rock over to F, we're going to come back to C, we're going to rock over to F, we're going to come back to C, and then we're going to end on G, back to C. So if you look at the music, you can kind of see where things are. So we're going to start with a C. You are my sunshine. Okay?
Yeah.
And then we're going to go to F. On the second line, you make me happy when skies are gray, come back to C. What's really nice is that you can either strum 4 times. This is in 4. So you can either strum 4 times, 2, 3, 4, C, F, excuse me, F, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4. See, that's a nice feeling. Then we're gonna go to F, from F to G. So we're gonna have to switch up where our fingers are. And this is when your thumb being anchored is going to be really good, because you can pop those fingers up and move back to G. But it's going to take a little bit of placement. You're almost there. There we go. Okay. So those are our notes. That's what we're going to use for this song. And we're just going to do it in 4. And then if we get feeling really fabulous, we're going to do some strum patterns, because we're just going to do it in 4, which is the easiest way. All songs can be played with just a, you don't necessarily have to have a strum pattern, but when you do have a strum pattern like this, it starts to sound more like a ukulele, more like an instrument that's played on the islands with the breeze and the ocean. And you can feel really good about life when you're playing your ukulele.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back to C. Okay, and let's just do You Are My Sunshine, My Only Sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. So we're going to go from C to F to C. Okay. If I can get the right note. You are my sunshine. There we go. You are my sunshine.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. Very good. Now we're going to do the same thing again. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Now we're going to go from please don't take my sunshine away. So it's not going to be on the 4.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost easier. Please don't take 1.
Mm-hmm.
Then go to G. My sunshine away. Okay? Should we try it from the top?
Yeah.
Okay. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Nice! Now there is a second verse to this song that I had never really thought about until I remembered that my family sings this song around the campfire every year. So why didn't I remember it had a second verse? It has a second verse. Mm-hmm. So this is the second verse of the song. The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamt I held You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Very nice. So that is a great song for rocking from C to F and going from F to G and getting those finger placings just really strong and building that muscle memory. So now we're going to kind of move a little bit more advanced since we kind of have it.
Yeah.
And you can almost sing to it while you're playing.
Mhm.
I heard you.
I almost did, yeah.
Yeah, you did a nice job.
Oh, thanks.
We're going to try a strum pattern. So this strum pattern that you're going to see is pretty common when it comes to ukuleles. And it's kind of that island sound that you'll hear on Jason Mraz music and Brother EZ and Somewhere Over the Rainbow. This is a really great strum pattern to have under your belt because you can play it with almost any song. So what this is showing is it's showing where you're going to strum. Okay, so if this is in 4, we're counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So the red arrows, we've got it.
I've got it.
Yeah. She needs a strum pattern because she's learning this for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
The red arrows are showing where you're going to go up. So we strum down and we strum up. And the black arrows are going to show where you're strumming down. So on 1 and 2 and, that's pretty normal, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you're going to go 1 and 2 and 1 and, nope, I didn't, I don't think I did it right. I have to slow it down in my head. So down, down, up, down. Okay, but there's a little break in there, so we're not going to play anything on 3.
On 3.
Okay, so.
There we go.
So if you'll follow along at home, we're going to do this really slow
On C?
on C,
Okay.
because that's the safest place for us all is on C. So remember, we're going to use our claw with our right hand, and you can either play this with your first finger or you can play it with your thumb. It doesn't matter which one you choose, especially when you're learning how to do some strumming. Okay, so we're going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. We totally did it.
What?
So let's do that 4 times.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I'll count us in and then we'll do it 4 times. Okay.
Yeah.
So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Oh, I did it wrong. It's okay. Just keep going. Keep going. You can do it. Remember, you're going to make lots of mistakes as a beginner. And you just keep going, and sometimes they sound really pretty, and you decide, oh, I'm going to play it that way anyway. So remember, this is just easy and fun. So let's go back. Let's do 2 more, okay?
Okay.
To cover my mistake. Okay? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now if you do better with rhythms than you do with counting, you can go down, down, up, up, down, up. But as you speed that up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. Good. You can see where you get lost. It's on that up, up.
Yep.
And so, again, walking around the house, playing on C, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Remember on the 3, that's why I like to count it, because on 3 we don't do anything. And then we're safe. And then we get to play more. So that is the strum pattern for You Are My Sunshine. Should we try putting it together?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
feeling good.
let's try this. And I usually, when I am playing with people, I'll do an opening chord. That also helps me get the note in my head so that I actually sing it right. Yes. Okay? So, you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. You see how that becomes kind of important to anchor yourself there?
Yeah.
I totally did it too when we had to change to the F. I was like, oh, I'm not paying attention.
I was not.
But that's how you do You Are My Sunshine. This strum pattern is used in I'm Yours by Jason Mraz. It's used in, like I said, Somewhere Over the Rainbow, into It's a Wonderful World. This is the strum pattern that's used. It's also a great strum pattern for when you're looking up chords on the internet, which is one of your biggest resources when it comes to playing ukulele. We're going to show some resources when we're kind of winding down of different resources you can use. Uku tabs, Uku as in UKU, has great songs that you can download the tablature where it shows where your fingers go and what the note is. And then Dr. Uke, which has great songs from the 40s, 50s, and 60s. So if you're really into World War II music, there's some great love songs and ballads that you can learn and feel really cool that you know these songs. But when you download your music and you're not sure what kind of strum pattern to use, come to this one. It's something that you're going to know unless you're doing something that has a really specific strum pattern. Usually that's indicated somewhere on the music, and you'll see a strum pattern like we've been using today. But that's a great way to play whatever songs you want, however you want them. And when you're at home, nobody's judging you, so just keep playing. So let's play You Are My Sunshine one more time.
Yeah.
We'll do the first verse, and then we'll play us out. Okay? So makes you look so good when you do that. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Nice. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.